Live!
What's the story? That's all you're getting for this week, man. No, man, not after
Alright, pop bottle the intro, but anyway.
I'd love if we could do it behind the scenes here. Basically what I just had to do.
Right.
What's the story?
We have to talk a bit louder this month because we're a bit further away with the new setup. Thanks to Patsy.
The studio's in!
Also, a few people, teens specifically, were giving me stick about the length of the video. It's a very short podcast, 20, 30 minutes, but we're going to put in timestamps at the bottom or whatever they're called.
Timestamps.
Yeah, I don't think that's the right word. But anyway, when you click on the video, it should have under it 2 minutes 5, John talking shite, 7 minutes, MMA, etc., etc. So
you can click to where you want to hear the conversation. The youth of today, you don't even want to listen to the conversation, you want to listen to the what segment of the conversation
the idea
you want to listen to. But it is good.
Yeah, true. But also the other side of it, the podcast, the What's the Story, is good because so often we have people coming into the gym, like I was saying it before, and they'd be asking, oh, what happened? And you'd be telling them, and they'd be like, oh my God, and then the next person, same thing. But there's so many people that might be saying teens jiu-jitsu, but they wouldn't have much awareness of the boxing program or the gymnastics or wrestling. So it just ties it all together and lets people be aware of what actually happened in the club, or some of what happened, because sometimes it's hard to keep track of it all.
And just a news platform, because we're so busy, so what we done in January, one or two lads in the gym said that's maybe more than a lot of other gyms will do for the year, and we've just done it in 1 month. When there's so much stuff going on, we don't get to, a lot of the time, more recently we're trying to celebrate stuff that we do, because it's always just on to the next project, and then letting people know how the projects went and stuff, because before we're even telling about how one project went, we're deep into another.
Yeah.
So it's a good communication thing, because the events that we just done are really good, bag and tag seminars are really good, but straight away we're on to Northern Irish Open this Saturday, Gamma Sunday.
So much stuff. So anyway, intro done. What's happened the last, it's only been a week and a half since the last one or something like this, and you'll see there's a few bits on this page. First and foremost, some of the new classes just started, and it was only Sunday the gymnastics started, and it's full. It's full. As advised, we were getting so many messages in about it. It was obvious that it was going to fill up. But a lot of people were that bit reluctant to sign up there, I'll be down next. We're like, there might not be space. So we've got a waiting list in place, and we're going to start one maybe in another month or two's time.
Yeah, it's 5 to 10 years old is the next waiting list, and we're looking to start March 1st, if not April 1st. Just as soon as that one fills, it'll be put on. The first one's full. It's amazing. The coach was really, really good. The equipment we got, it all just came together really well in the morning. And I'm delighted with it. We actually have and it's such a beneficial sport towards martial arts, core development, all the rest. So we're lucky to have that in-house, really are.
Absolutely. Yeah, so beneficial. I can't believe how little of it there is available around the area. I don't think there's another.
When we were young, gymnastics was very popular, but maybe the same sort of thing that happened in a few other sports. Maybe the sport grew on and the coaches weren't there, because gymnastics used to be everywhere. It was it was in schools, it was in the sports halls. It doesn't seem like it is around as much anymore. Maybe because we're doing recreational recreational gymnastics, so it's kind of a grasp that'll give you a good solid base in recreational. Now, if you're going to specialise in gymnastics, you're going vault, poles, bars, Olympic rings. That's a competition. That's special. But ours is more been when I was talking to the coach the other day, we were discussing, and I was saying, and she was saying, "Is there anything you'd like to see in your program?" I was like, strong core, strong hips, strong shoulders, strong elbows around the joints. She was like, oh yeah, that's all in the handstand stuff. And it was a nice conversation back, because they will just be more athletic.
Oh, definitely, yeah. Definitely great.
And injury sound, hopefully.
All going well. Also this week, Thursday and Friday gone, we started respectively the children's kickboxing class and children's MMA class. And the MMA class, hopefully I've done enough good.
It looked like you were having fun, man.
Yeah,
it looked really good, man.
I was just going to say, hopefully they're happy enough with it that they all come back, because if they do, we're almost full.
They were all buzzing. Yeah, they were all laughing. And a lot of the girls, when they were coming in, they were being a little bit nervous. That was all the eggshells were gone when they were leaving. They were laughing, red in the face. They were all buzzing. So
ages 10 to 15, if you want in, get in.
And that's Thursday 6 o'clock and Saturday 10. That's
Friday. We'll say with Friday.
Staying Friday.
Friday at 6. Yeah.
Sweet. Yeah. So that's the MMA element-esque of it, where it's striking with myself and then MMA with John. And when more space opens in the jiu-jitsu, in the wrestling, in the boxing, we can start integrating them into the programs. But it's they're all very similar sports, aren't they? It's just a skill. Like what we're teaching in the classes is a lot similar, but then the skill changes, whether it's boxing, jiu-jitsu, so they're not going to not get a good start in training. They're not. It's not like they're at the back of one list to go on to another. It's the same quality across the board. It's just that we have so many programs now. Like we have Thrive, and I was thinking about like we have Thrive Kids Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu program. Like I haven't seen another one like it, not in the country. I haven't seen another one like it in the world. We've a Thriving Kids Boxing program. We've a Thriving Gymnastics program now. Even to have one of them right is something to be very proud of. And it's just going to be a matter of time before the kickboxing and the MMA is there as well. And then it's full circle. The kids wrestling, like we've 12, 15 kids wrestling every Friday. As a wrestling school goes, that's probably good. There's like some wrestling schools out there and that they only train wrestling on a Tuesday, Friday or whatever, and they only have 12, you know. I'm happy with all the work that we've done, the stuff coming to fruition, the help that we've had to get it that far. Because people are just like, oh, so many kids here, so many kids. This is mental. It's like
you don't see the work.
You didn't see me and John crying out our eyes into our hands.
Crying out your hands into your eyes.
Mullingar.
No, but was.
But yeah, and that's only like the kids jiu-jitsu program isn't on that long. When you look at the pictures,
relatively speaking, in terms of a sport.
In terms of a sport, and so wait till I'm growing old.
If we make it that far,
we will.
There was so much other stuff on. The same weekend that we got started last weekend was also, or was it weekend before? Was also the Grassroots and the Children's League. And just the results on that, all the kids doing well, didn't they?
As always, yeah, all the kids done really, really well. Well, I think there was 180 kids in and 150 adults, so it was a huge tournament. Like last Sunday here, it was back to back. And the new system that we've put in for the National Children's Jiu-Jitsu League and the National MMA League, it's working out really, really well. We're actually getting more tanks. I thought if you tell some people that they don't want to hear you, sometimes it's a bit, but we're actually getting more tanks. So it's one competitor and one parent plus coach. So if I'm fighting, I can bring my parent and my coach. If me and John are fighting, we can bring mom, dad and the coach. It makes it so much zoned in for the kid on the day. The atmosphere is way better. And what we're trying to do as a league, like to us, I know to competition sometimes it's, and after competing for our whole lives, on competition day, when it's a league and stuff, you don't need to bring the granny, your girlfriend, the dad, the everything, and be trying to packing people into a grassroots level. Mm-hmm. When we'd love to see people is in September, you know, for the Open. We're renting the best venue in the country. So tell your granny, I'm doing the leagues, January, February, March, April, May. September's going to be open, and fill all the seats in the sports arena for September. That's the way it should sort of work. So me and mom are going to this one, me and mom are going to this one, me and dad are going to this one, and the whole family's coming out to watch me in September. Otherwise, it's unnecessary pressure. It's a league, like the kids are in here fighting, some of them are getting disqualified for missing weight, and then we're putting on experience matches anyway. Do you want your granny to see you can miss them? You know what I mean? It's all to be earned out for the big day. Yeah. And I think it's going really, really well. And the feedback that we're getting is, at least the kids can concentrate on their matches now. Fair enough, you have a few upset parents, but unfortunately it's not about the parents. Mm-hmm. So, I'm happy with that as well.
Yeah, the teams were doing really well as well, weren't they?
Yeah, really
bunch
good.
Of teams doing well.
But it's the ones that have been listening and cooking away. Like when last summer, like that's what the lads, they look at competition now, and a few of our teenagers pulling away in comp. And last summer we couldn't get them out of the gym, and it's the same all the way. You see the lads cooking away, doing the work, and then a year and a half later, they have all these mates. They're the most popular lad in the gym. It's because they're successful and winning. And the lads that wanted to go, they'd almost be having arguments with you about justifying to you why they're going places and they're not missing out on the summer. That's well and good. Go enjoy your summer, but don't come crying to me when you can't medal in the majors. Like, you enjoyed your summer. You have to find the balance. I'm not saying don't enjoy your summer and just 40 hours training. You have to get up earlier, do your training, then go enjoy the time with the boys, go around and see the granny, get back into the gym, keep it on a routine. Absolutely. Too many feel-good factors like, oh, well, I'll go and I'll do this, and then I've done that, so I don't have to do that. Yeah. And I think I got that a little bit from Jacob. Jacob said the reason he is what he is because win, lose or draw, it's always the same routine. He was back in the gym after medaling at the Europeans on Monday teaching the S1 or the GB1. So that's it. It's a lifestyle, and it's not, I'm going to train to do the work. I'm not going to do 3 weeks now because the comp's around the corner. The lads that are winning in comps consecutively are flat the last couple of years.
Yeah, and then the ones winning at Jacob's level are probably training crazy amount the last 10 years. You know, that's just how it is.
Yeah.
If you want something that's really difficult to achieve, you're going to have to do a lot of work.
And you don't have to do the work or whatever, but don't say to people, I'm going to do this, this and this, and then not do the work, because it becomes frustration within. You start cutting corners. As you grow older, probably comes with adds on a few depression. You know that you've missed a couple of chances that you should have took.
Yeah.
Just don't be a shy talker. It's hard not to do, but the proof's in the pudding. Like I think one or two lads that competed there at the National MMA League are starting to come through the other side of that, where they were a little bit more focused maybe on what people thought of them fighting. And it's so hard to explain to them, man, no one even cares, and the next day they're looking at something else.
Absolutely.
And then I think that's tying in, and the
it seems so
performances
important to yourself though, doesn't
it does. I've been
in
there.
your own world, but
it doesn't matter. Man in the arena. And it's nice to see those couple of teams coming through, and now look, they didn't get all they didn't win every match, not necessarily hands down, but they were 10 times better than their last outing. And if they can keep doing that, they don't even have to be champion of the league, champion of Ireland, champion. They're going to be champions of themselves, and that'll be key. Yeah,
absolutely. Then that was those comps. Upcoming comps, Pat already touched on. We've got the Northern Irish Open coming up. Lads are looking good.
The old favourite. We like the border, don't we? I won it last year, the Northern Irish Open. That was actually a pretty good performance that day. I was happy with that one. It went so fast. Mad Max won it that day.
Yeah, that was really good.
And now we're going around to bring them up on this Saturday.
Yeah, it goes so fast.
And I'm not competing myself, but I'll be up there next year for sure. But we have Ignas, Max, Taylor, a few of the OGs out.
Paddy Mac. Amir damaged his hand in the MMA league, so he might not be able to do it.
Yeah.
But no, it's good. It's good to have the comps. That's on this weekend, and the Gamma's on this weekend. But just domestic-based tournaments, like, as opposed to, it's brilliant that we have the bigger events coming in now. We can bounce off them a few times.
It's the old Irish way. If shiny someone comes in, we'll jump all over it. Support Northern Irish Open, you know. It's up the road, like Leah and the Gamma. Support Gamma, like Phil. Like Leah's up to just in Newry, isn't it?
Yeah, it's in Newry.
That's in Ireland.
No, it's just across
the
border.
I think it's the directions of dyslexia. You get awful confused when you go up there.
Yeah, the maps go fucked as well, don't they?
Oh yeah, and then you film up here down doing the Gamma, Port Midlands, you know, Real Ireland. Their events, like, you jump down and support them. Like, more lads dying to throw money into grappling industries where you're standing around doing, you know, like, support our local stuff here and then start branching on to the next ones.
Absolutely.
I'd highly recommend. I don't.
So the prep, just do whatever you want.
Do whatever you want. You don't do that anyway.
The prep's going well for that, and then the prep's going well for the MMA. We've got a bunch of guys competing soon. We got Kyle's on Clan Wars in 3.5 weeks fighting for a title. We have James on 2 weeks later on Cage Legacy fighting a good opponent, and Jordan is fighting in 6.5 weeks against another good opponent up in Newry once again.
Up in Newry, but it's been a good start to the year for them, hasn't it? Like, it's a good. On top of all the program starting, it's all short-term goals, you know, long-term goals, short-term goals. It's moving. Everything's moving together, it seems, at the moment. Yeah,
it's great to see the prep going well, and it should be good for anyone interested in that. If you want tickets, get on to the guys, get the tickets off them, because it's for the promoters. It's all about selling those tickets.
They don't want knockouts; they want tickets. We only bring knockouts, so it's not. It's not really going great. So there's a few ticket sales there for the lads, please. at Kyle Patton, at Jamie.
That should probably be sold out soon, though. That's the thing. You go, then people put off getting the ticket till close to the show, and then it's sold out, and it's like, fuck.
It's the same as the gymnastics.
I'll
be down on Sunday to pay. I'll be down on Sunday to pay. I'll be down on Sunday to pay. The class has started. Any space in the gymnastics? No, you were meant to be here the last 4 Sundays to pay. There's no space. That's unbelievable. I was mailing in. You can't. You have to just get down and do it. Or else you're going to be pissed annoyed.
Absolutely. Then, one that touched on the 2 areas was the Nathan Jones workshop. He done jits, he done kickboxing, he done wall work. He done it all pretty much.
We're lucky to get Nathan in, weren't we?
Yeah, it really was. Yeah, some of the wall work, like, I'd never seen before. It's very hard to find good wall work online. I have it up on the YouTube channel. I just haven't got it published yet, but I will do at some stage in the future. And it was really good. But I was surprised how good his jiu-jitsu was, because he had a kickboxing background, and then his top game in jiu-jitsu, he was doing a lot of darces, or Japanese neckties, there's Japanese necktie. Dealing with the underhook, stuff like that, and just how he was doing it, the drills, the warm-ups, the technique, how it all fitted together. It was nice technique, effective technique for sure, and it was nice. And he was rolling with the guys. He was doing one or two things I'd never seen before, which was sweet. So it was good all around. Nice
and
guy.
we'll get him back over again. Best of luck to his fight in March. And I was lucky enough to meet Nathan when I was training over in Thailand. He's just stand up lad.
Yeah.
Wouldn't like when you were training, like there'd be lads battering people, just touch, sparring, like wanted to learn rather than murder while he can murder as well. But and just to get him to come around, he also saying it was September, October, November, December, January. Next thing first is 5 months.
Yeah.
It goes so fast, like. But yeah, and then he's here, so we're learning a little bit of stuff in Thailand, and he's here sharing the lads. After he takes his fight, and the lads have to fight. Hopefully, Kyle and the lads will take a trip over to him. That's what it's all about, like.
Yeah, absolutely, which is good. And yeah, he was very open with the information. The time you get someone in for a seminar and they'll show you some nice stuff with 2 or 3 moves, he was showing so much stuff and getting us to record so that we could redo it. In like say kickboxing, there was maybe 10 techniques. You're talking about 10 techniques in an hour and a half, and just leaving you with the technique and being like, just practice that stuff yourselves. Come back and work on something different next time, whatever. But it's not just like 2-3 moves which are good, but then that's it, So we had a lot of material, a lot of insight into his game from it.
Yeah.
Which was great.
And him being a lifelong martial artist and having so many pro fights and stuff, he's ironed out the mistakes of those moves. So he's just delivering high quality stuff.
Yeah, very good. And so much stuff. Big one. Ignas is back. He was on holidays for a couple of weeks. He'd already booked that in beforehand.
Holidays/secret kind of training trip. It wasn't just holiday, because he went back to his coach. He talked programs. He talked about how his coach is so excited that he got the opportunity. How he's talking about maybe one day bringing his coach for some training. So the connection's kind of made there. But Ignas is back in tomorrow night. Lads, if you want to wrestle, just come down and just wrestle. Wednesday, 8 o'clock. Friday, 8 o'clock.
Yeah. And kid classes and all.
You have to believe it to see it. That's all.
You have to see it to believe it.
It's unbelievable. It actually is. It's what did I say?
You have to believe it to see it, which is also true though. Believe, achieve.
Archive, believe in archive. That's what I used to be writing. Believe and achieve, believe in archive. Some of the stuff he's doing is unhumanistic. It is.
Yeah, that's not a word.
Yeah.
No, he's class. But it's so difficult to get good wrestling
and good people. He's a better person than he is wrestler,
he's a good chap.
Which is unbelievableistic.
His classes are good. He's a good person. His ability in wrestling, his ability in coaching is all good. And it's quite rare to have. It's very rare to have. So if you want to do the sport itself, it's a great sport. And then also like the crossover into MMA. I know, you've probably heard a lot about it, but if you're doing MMA and you want to be getting into the UFC, you have to have some level of wrestling, or awareness of, or ability to defend against wrestling. There's just, or they're unfortunate.
Just percentage-wise, so many fighters, that it's just so many people's base core, and the Americans are doing it from a younger age, the Khabibs are doing it from whatever age, and then we're in the middle kicking the O'Neills around the field. So if you want to, we have good leg kicks.
You should use them more.
At least
that's pretty much it.
We mightn't catch up with them, but at least we have something there to
absolutely
stagnate them.
Wrestle. And the strength you get as well, especially from a young age, the physical and mental strength that you get, besides all the technical aspect of it, is essential for sports and competing at a high level in any sport.
Some of the teenagers ask me, talking about weights and stuff, go do the wrestling class.
Yeah.
You'll be more explosive than any weights program can show you.
Yeah.
And explosive in motion, like in the correct motion, not just like explosive deadlift. You've got an explosive double leg.
Time back into the MMA then, the MMA league was on
Sunday.
Yeah, busy.
Yeah, because we launched, that's with Patsy and his dates. We done the Nathan Bag and Tag seminar Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We were finishing off some of the equipment all day Saturday. The gymnastics.
Patsy on the weld. Oh, I forgot about the photo. If you've seen the photo of Patsy, that was not a joke. It was a joke, but it was also the truth as well. He had a plastic biscuit packet as his goggles for welding.
It wasn't for welding. You only need them now because they just melted it. They'd melt through. It was more for the
spray back off the
chipboard. But I didn't need goggles for a long time.
Let's see the side of your head.
True. But and then Sunday morning we launched the gymnastics, and then we had the MMA league. So what we probably should have just done in one weekend. Once again, we done a 3-in-1 special: the rice, chips, and the curry, and we got the diarrhea from it. It's basically how we feel.
That's what happened, more or less. Yeah.
So one element at a time.
I think it was.
But we didn't have such. It used to be so much harder. If we didn't have such a gang of lads here and girls at the moment making it work, it wouldn't be able to be done. So like Giannis, Coyle, Giannis. Now like the lads Kieran, Darren were doing the door.
Yeah.
We had a few lads helping us out. Adrian and Dom and stuff helping us out. So like I know, you know who you are. That's everyone to say, isn't it? You know who. I don't want to thank anyone. You know who you are, right? So you know who you are.
Put your head back in the screen.
You know who you are.
It was good to see the guys doing well there as well. Like any of the guys who competed performed well, and it's a good platform for guys to compete well, which is sweet. And yeah, remember it's a novice event. We had to disqualify a few people, and we will have to do it again.
And I'll do it again.
If you want to go full clip, you just have.
If you bring a firearm to the event, you will be asked to leave. Full clip, full tilt.
If you want to go full whack, just
sign up to.
Yeah, and you keep it down with it. Please. Just don't go full force, or else you get disqualified. If you want to go full force,
sign up to Clan War. If you want to go full forced, and I can't speak English, so if you want to go full forced, you don't come full clipped. And Clan Wars, Akuma, Cage Legacy. These are the shows that we're prepping our lads to be fighting on. Bellator, hopefully getting up to China and a few of them soon enough. The novice MMA is underneath them down here, not as the show goes. I know that looks so weird. Look, as the show goes, but as like the impact goes and stuff. You're getting ready for those amateur shows. Like we had a team coming in from, I won't say where, 1 or 2. They were going on like we're in the rules meeting and all, and then like when you're doing like, it's not a face off in the cage. It's like, lads, we're taking a handy today, like no heavy contact. We both like, and they're like, I'm like, mate, what are you actually doing? Like, you're not anything. And then like trying to be like, not celebrating, but like a couple of people are winning and they're like trying to get up in the cage and stuff. It's like, mate, what are you doing? Like, it's a novice league. Like, what are you doing? Like,
shadow boxing in the car park.
Shadow boxing in the car park. We had a full team out shadow boxing in the car park for an hour. International, and our commercial gym next door. I don't know if they knew what was happening, but kids and teens, brilliant. Adults,
the standard was really high.
Man, SBG, Clonmel, Oma, you can see that they're driving into the lads, but like they've got the experience, and Colin's going away fighting at the IMAFs, so you can see that Colin's prepping his lads correctly for the events. They're like straight strikes, takedowns, straight strikes. They're peppering up and then body locking and stuff.
The Rhino guys are real good.
The Rhino guys, they're kids as well. Like they're
so
good. They have the kickbox, and they have the click at the moment. On top of it, they can have the best coaches in the world. They can have this and that. They just have a like-minded group of lads going after the same goal, and you can see it. They're on some buzz.
Yeah, Paddy Houlihan's guys were great.
He had a lot of his first timers out, and I want to say that I sent Paddy a mail and I said any coaches of Paddy's stature, they weren't there bar Paddy for the day. And you don't have to be there as coaches of that. And I know everyone has busy Sundays and stuff, but Paddy Houlihan was in here. He was first match, last match. He's here the whole day. He's screaming for the lads, and it seems sometimes other coaches, they might send a secondary coach or a third coach away with the kids and stuff.
Well, your man's very good. That was out with one. What's your man's name? The Butcher.
Keith. Keith was there. Keith McCabe was there. Yeah, and he's a huge amount of experience. And he's been busy. He's been in camp and stuff, so he missed the first 2. But all those that little clique, I think they're actually from his gym. His affiliate of Andy's. Yeah. But out in Donamead, I think it is. Yeah. But no,
they're very good. And then there was a couple from Charlestown as well, was there?
Yeah, there was. Yeah. Oh, actually, yeah. Jesus, there was loads of them out, wasn't it? Because I'm refing the whole event, so I was ref. I refed. Well, we had it. We had an apprentice referee. Shout out to our apprentice referee. I'll tell you what happened to him now. So I was refereeing here. So it turns into a bit of a blur. Then you're getting all that, and I'm shouting because, like, and I had to say this. A few of the teenagers were like, "Oh, look, were you in a bad humour?" I was like, "No, I'm not in a bad humour. I'm just not teaching a kids class, and I have to hold the standard at this event. As soon as someone gets knocked out, if there's a KO at our event,
there's going to be trouble.
There's going to be trouble. The event could be possibly be over. So like, it's for the kids, teens, and the novices." And then if Johnny comes in from wherever and just wants to knock someone out and knocked out on the event, which I'll always try to stop, there's a good chance we won't be able to run the next event. And there goes all the experience we're trying to put together for the kids and teens. So that's it. It's about the kids and teens and the beginners. If you're
coming in with the ears like twice as big as mine, and your double leg is at least twice as good as
just
mine,
cop on.
You might be at the wrong event.
Like you're selling yourself out, you know. And I say,
and you have to pay to do the event. You get to fight amateur for free.
Yeah.
You know, just do the amateur event.
Yeah, do the amateur event. Yeah. So it's before amateur, before amateur. I know SPG Dublin 24. They have a before beginners class on. It helps you out before beginners. This is before amateur. If you're amateur standard, just fight amateur. Probably holding yourself back.
Mm-hmm. That's it. And the other, like we mentioned there, touchdown, but there were so many people from different countries at it.
Yeah, it was the biggest international event. We had Belgium. The Belgium flag was in.
Yeah,
and
like,
the UK.
It's not some lads living here from Belgium. They flew in from Belgium for
and their coach was well on, and they're back over for the next one. They said they just can't get fights like that in their country.
Yeah, well, it doesn't happen.
So we had Belgium, we had the UK, lads down from the north. There's Ireland also.
There was the Norwegian, are they?
Swedish. In from Gustafsson's gym.
Yeah, the TriStar.
The TriStar guys.
Oh, it's probably not TriStar. All Stars.
All Stars.
Yeah. They were good, man. Your man opened with it. This is Sparta.
This is Sparta. Kicked your man almost through the cage. Almost got DQ'd.
He got taken down soon thereafter. But great guys. Great guys. Great to have them in. And
so that just off the bat, there was 4 or 5 countries in there, and that's what we're trying to make it all about. And I know that what's the crack with the kids in maths? Is the kids in maths coming up? Because
I'm not even allowed to hit them in the head. I don't know.
Yeah, but a couple of but that's what we're getting ready for, and that's what.
Yeah, no, it's grand because we're doing.
What are you going against what I'm saying?
Because the novice level, I think that's amateur level then, is it?
No, but for the kids, just that Mikey Jr. was saying he's the one of the coaches, and he was like, between Gamma and thing, we're getting loads of experience because we're getting them ready for the kids in maths. So I didn't know when the kids in maths were.
Right.
Because we don't have, we personally don't have an MMA team at the national MMA event yet. But I think start of season 2, I think we'll have a couple of lads to have a run in, see how they go. Yeah, there'll be a few combinations behind some of those lads that are on it, but look, sure, it'll be good enough experience for them. They're a job.
Hey, well, you're coming to an end now on the Hartstown schools, on the secondary schools. Thanks be to Jay.
No, thanks be to Jay. Just when you think you're a good coach, seek a challenge, man. I was just getting too complacent. That's what was happening. Wasn't getting stimulated because it was too much BS.
Maybe that's how I got better coaching recently with Jordo. He's a challenge and a half. You won't like hearing that.
Podcast on Jordo himself. Nah, they're a legend. No, but Hartstown's going really, really good. We're at week 5, week 6. They're all coming down here for their tests now next week.
Yeah.
Then we are starting the next 30% of the school starting March 1st to April 1st, April Fools. And then from April 20th, we're into the final phase. That'll bring us up to summer. So we'll actually have almost, bar one class group, I think, almost every kid in Hartstown School will have done jiu-jitsu over the next 6 months. Every single one. From first year to 6th year, 4 class groups in each one. Then we're in talks with the TY, talking about how we could implement it in transition years. So it's early days with that yet, because it's the first time, there is no other books to look at. It's like Judo Ireland and stuff have done it, but there's no real jiu-jitsu and any TY programs in Ireland anyway, so you have to be very sensitive of what you're doing. You can't just throw, it has to be specialised, it has to be perfect, it has to run in conjunction with what they're doing in school, it has to run with the school year, it has to take breaks into a coordination. What are they going to be able to do after a year? It's not just a one-night jiu-jitsu class, so it goes a little bit deeper. Then with the LCAs, Leaving Cert Deployed, isn't it? Yeah. Leaving Cert Deployed, like when I was almost in Leaving Cert Deployed myself, but...
How were you not actually? Oh, because you didn't want to go in.
Matt wouldn't let me go in. Matt wouldn't let me in. She's like, you will not. Same way when I was going to become a mechanic. Well, I left school in 3rd year, I knew it all, that's I was gone, I had money in the bank, I was heading to this school, and Mom knew the mechanic in the garage down on Navan Road at the time.
How did she know?
He was from the country, man, and she rang him and got him to write out a big letter. And a big letter came to the gaff about how I should stay in school and mechanical and always be there from the garage. She done a lot for me.
Remember when, before you were allowed to drive, you had the car in the front garden and you're just sitting there making car noises?
Yeah.
I'm 16.
And then, then I started driving around the estate, and because my license was coming up, And then I done a handbraker in it and put it into the path at the bottom of the road. And there was a bit of uproar about that. But yeah, there was a couple of different ways to do it.
But you're back in school now anyway.
Back in school now. I'm back in school now.
Come full circle. It's mad how it came full circle, isn't
it? Yeah.
Where you're actually showing them something worthwhile. Like.
Yeah, and they're responding to it. You can see, like, I'm not messing. Like, they're better at running. There was, like, there in the last day, I was like, right, end of the warm up, I was like 20 press ups, 40 sit ups, 20 squats, and they're all like, and the few of them done 20 press ups. They were like, I can do 20 press ups, you know, and they couldn't do it at the start of week 1. So, it just little bits. I don't know what we done. But if it helps anyone the way it helps me and John a little bit, sure, the job's done there.
Yeah.
So I'm very, very proud of that. I'm very happy with that. And Kyle, shout out to Kyle. He's getting ready for his fight. He's down with me in the schools. Like, he's coming in with 2 black eyes. He's trying to hide his black eyes from the kids to get the glasses done.
The black eyes are just on his eyelids though, so it looks like he's wearing eyeliner.
It looks like he's wearing eyeliner. It's brilliant.
And he has a little mustache and a goatee and curly hair.
So he just looks like a character at the moment. But like, and same again, like Kyle doing a great job down there. I have a lot of coach experience. I can tell Kyle the way to do it and tell Kyle, but Jesus, is he coming on as a coach? Like, he's handling it. I don't know many people that can handle, like, a lot of the teachers in the schools can't handle groups of 30 kids, you know, all day. So we'll keep it there. And then just before we go, I have a huge announcement to make. I'm not making it. So I'm just ironing out a few creases on something. It's something me and John broke our balls on before.
I think it was just me, man.
I think it's something John broke his balls on before. And now I'm here to break my balls, so it's lucky that we have 2 sets of balls to break. That's what I'm trying to say. Now, it's going to be huge for the country. It's going to change the game again, and it's more
of what we've just been doing. Though,
more of what we've just been doing, and it's the right thing in jiu-jitsu. When you stand back and look at it from a non-biased point of view, when you stand back and look at it from a grassroots point of view, when you look at it from a what should a country be doing point of view, it's this clockwork over. So we have the contracts. We were approached by something. We didn't want to do it because we've been through the ringer on a lot of stuff. We're concentrating on our events, our gym.
Is it the coronavirus?
Yeah, we have the coronavirus.
Could be anything. Anyway, we'll wait. We'll put on the next question.
And it should be huge for the country. And it won't just be this year. For the next 10, 15, 20 years, it should be huge for the country, and it should make the difference to our jiu-jitsu system over time.
That's what it's about. Any other announcements? Well,
you're still doing that ground karate.
Without the ground part, Mom still thinks we're doing karate.
Well, I had Jordan open the room there for a minute yesterday because he wanted to break down the next fight he's doing. He was only in for 20 minutes before training. He's like, "This is your room? This is mad setup." And I was like, "Yeah, you've never been in my room." He's like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Yeah, that's where the bats were. Me and John's beds were there. That's where the bats were." And he was like, "Well, what was that?" And I was like, "Oh, that was the boxing bag." He was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
He was like, "Man, our room was a gym, man. It wasn't a bedroom."
Yeah, I had the boxing bag for when we were doing the sports karate, the kickboxing. Every day you do an hour on it. Blitz, side kick, blitz, blitz. And then before we had the bag, Dad gave me a workout book. It was like on different press ups, wide, narrow, hands, fingers.
Remember, he had to use these, like, don't mind that, just push against your hands. What's that?
Isometrics. In hindsight, he's actually right.
He's like, just do that.
Yeah,
you don't need no weight. Don't need no weight. Done. Here's another one. Done. And we were like, what the fuck is going on, Dad? Like, and he's like, any walls over to the wall. Done.
But funny enough, that is actually quite important, but it seemed fucking stupid at the time.
And I remember, and I said this to Dad last night, I remember that. I was like, "Man, do you remember me bringing me down to Argos to get that boxing bag, Dad?" He's like, "No, I don't." I was like,
"Because he wouldn't let us."
No, he did. He brought me after I convinced him now, and it took months and he convinced him, and I'll never forget it.
You break the fucking wall!
It was 50,
and we did break the wall fairly fast, because it just went straight into the basketball.
But it was 53 or 50, I remember it was 43 pounds or something, 33, I remember it was 3 pounds, but Dad was like, "That's very cheap for a bag," and I was like, "Yeah, I know.
It was a water bag, wasn't it?"
No, man. No, it wasn't. I went in and I bought the bag and I came out and I was like, "That is a very small box for the bag," and I was like, "I know. It was the fucking bracket. There was no bag in it. It was the bracket for 33, and I was like, I just remember that reaching into his pocket and being like, "Oh," and then I went back in to get the bag. So I'll never forget that. I was so excited to get my first boxing bag, and when I opened it, there was a bracket, and I was like, "Where the fuck's the bag?" So that was that. Yeah.
Good man, Patson. Adults. if you've noticed, we've changed up the programs, tweaked them a little bit. Maybe you haven't noticed, but you'll notice with the progress. So we're after upgrading the systems that little bit, and should make the difference. Any upcoming events? We've got a fuckload actually. There's so much stuff. Like we already touched on it. We've got Gamma Northern Ireland this weekend. We've got all the MMA stuff. There's going to be new classes added into the gymnastics.
There's just too much going on. Just come down. Just come down. There's no point even trying to explain it to you. Just come down and get stuck in, and then there'll be something here for you. But most importantly, we're being ingrained in the community. For so long, we wanted to be a huge part of this community, and no one would let us. And now it's come full circle, and we really are a huge part of the community. So it's just going to keep going. And
if they let us,
if they let us. And the events, just for the National Children's League, we have another 4 events before the Open in September, or including the Open in September. Could be 3. The league is 3 events before the Open in September. We've the Dublin International Open December. We've got the other thing coming, which is going to be towards the end of the year as well. That's event-wise, isn't it?
There's loads of stuff, yeah. Well, it wasn't even just events.
Can't just keep saying loads of stuff. You just go events-wise. We have fuckload coming up. I named them out, and you're like, yeah, there's loads of stuff.
Yeah, well, there should actually be a load more on top of that, though. All going well.
Right, sorry, yeah. No, there are events.
Yeah, no, our events as well, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, work in progress.
This is turning into an event, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Other stuff in the gym. There's too much stuff to go down through. Yeah, sure, we'll just wrap it there. Yeah, if you want to, if there's anything new that happens next week, we'll put it on the What's the Satori.
Until then, keep training. 1% better every day.
Yeah, if you're in the gym, Ignas is doing a running club on Sundays, 10k. There's lifting Monday and Wednesday from 11 till 12.
The new Sunday open mat is starting on this Sunday from 11 till 1. We won't get into explaining it, but if you want to roll on Sundays, just come in. It's another guy that needs another opportunity with some volunteering work, so that's on there.
There's other stuff. We'll post it up. All going well. If you're in the gym, you'll see.
I'm going to America next week, visiting UCLA, hopefully looking at some wrestling programs. Yeah. Now that I'm in the school system, I want to see what the real school systems are like. So over we go.
Pat you were in there before. Was that one? So Pat was over in America in the college before, and he's going back there again. Going to be checking out because UCLA is University
College Los Angeles.
Los Angeles. In the setups over there.
Well, I don't even think that's like. The best college around. I think I think that's quite a low level college, and you want to see it. Like it's huge. It's like Blanchardstown. Yeah. You know, it's like, I'd imagine it's like Intel. I haven't been over Intel, but that's the kind of vibe. You know, every department has another building. You can't see the end of the grass fields. You know. It's just a different world.
So that would be interesting. Learn some good stuff last time. We'll learn more this time.
Yeah. And flat to the mat, keep it training, hands up, chin down. So, hands up, chin down. Because I always say it wrong, I always like hands down, chin up. I only went to a fight like that.
Right, over and out. Until next time, folks. Cheerio.
Keep it lit.